On a cold winter night, not long before dawn, we spot a little light in the back of a barn. A little cow is sitting at her desktop PC, behind her a stocking and a small Christmas tree. Off she goes to the attic, her childhood in mind, when Dad showed her coding for the very first time. The old Commodore, yellowed and dusty. She switches it on, it still beeps all trusty. She finds a note from her father's hand. Come, let me show you a faraway land. The monitor starts glowing.
What's happening? Oh no!
And suddenly it's snowing onto Cowee's hooves.
Where am I? What is this?
Asks a little cow and tumbles onto a snowdrift to see what's around. Nearby she hears singing and wonders if she's mad.
Can this be truthful? Is this Christmas land?
On top of the snowbank, she can oversee a group of little workshops surrounding a tree. But the tree is all dull. It doesn't light up or sparkle. Thanks to her trusty Arduino, Cowee can fix this debacle. She works on the controls until it's all glistening lights. Proud she looks above her. Now isn't this wild? Not far she hears stomping. She turns her head and squeaks, for the workshop before her has a printing machine. Amazed, she raises her arms while she enters the store.
I could make Christmas cards for everyone that I love and adore.
She doesn't take the glitter. She ignores the stems and shapes. Who needs all those prefabs when you can pixelate? Cowee pixels stockings, reindeer and candles, and she writes on each card her favorite scene's handles. She looks at all the greetings with a huge sway of pride and quietly leaves the workshop back into the night. A sweet smell in her muzzle. She turns around to see. Another sniff, another nuzzle. It's a sugar factory.
Oh my, am I peckish?
Cowee excitedly shouts. Against the window of the shag, she presses her snout. The workshop is empty, so Cowee decides they took all the sweets for the kids' stockings tonight. But under a shelf lies a gingerbread man. He is all by himself. In Cowee's mind grows a plan.
No one should spend Christmas alone.
shouts into the workshop. Cowee fills the fondant cone, and on the nozzle she hops. To free him from his predicament, she uses modeling and slicing, but instead of normal filament, Cowee just uses icing. After removing her supports and the little raft, a sugary new friendship is just about to start. Happily, she's waving back and leaves the bakery to see where else there is to spread a lot more Christmas glee. Behind the colorful shops, a gray house emerges. Our little heroine hops to continue her searches. The room lies all silent, and in the dark light, a single computer's monitor shines so very bright. It beeps all quietly and sadly, without any Christmas delight, and between Cowee's horns a new plan arrives. She sits down at the desk and opens up Shader Toy. She giggles all thrilled and starts to type with joy. Once she is finished, she hits the Command and Enter key. The computer beeps happily at its very own Christmas tree. We follow our friend back out of the office to see what more adventures are lying before us. She looks through other windows but cannot see people around. Is everyone in Christmasland just working about? She silently enters one of the empty homes. She picks up some markers and draws on the windows. A Christmas tree here, 2 people that kiss, and 2 little children playing with new toys in bliss.
Now for some highlight.
She rubs her little hoofs, and from all the lamps, the shades she removes. She points the lamps towards the windows and steps out into the night. Proud she sees the shadow plays on the snow so bright. A silent tune flows through the air, and Cowee pricks up her ears. She hops across the snowy square into a shop for souvenirs. There at the counter one can detect a music box slightly out of tune.
I will surely find the defect.
And so the work ensues. She recalibrates the teeth on top of the cylinders, for which she retrieves her knowledge about sequencers. She looks at her work
Now that's what I want.
and sways back and forth to the Christmas song. But hark, what is this? There is singing at the door. A group of Christmas singers gather in front of the store. Cowee sings with them. Her heart is full of joy. She follows them to a house topped with a wooden toy. She peeks through the windows, and for the first time, she finds a shop that's brimming and is full of life. On long streets of belts, Santa's helpers work and are preparing what else? Presents for all kids in the world. A huge machine is snorting at the end of the run, where all the boxes sorting is finally done. Cowee pushes her nose at the window to gander. She almost ignores the heavy footsteps behind her.
Now, and who have we here?
Cowee shrieks and looks anxious behind her. She can hardly believe.
Are you Santa?
The beardy man laughs and takes her by the hand.
So, little Cowee, what brings you to Christmas Land?
My dad's old computer.
Says Cowee, now shy.
I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to pry.
Santa pats her horns.
No worries, Cowee. I can see your fascination with the toy factory.
They lean at the window and watch the helpers, how they are piling the presents together.
The teddies go there, at the other end all the technology. For to fit in my sack, the key is entropy.
Cowee wonders.
But why the bother?
Would they fit in my sack any way other? If all the world's presents are to be delivered in one night, to all the recipients compression must be applied.
In the back of the hall, a machine is huffing and puffing.
This over there we call the crinkler. It helps us with stuffing.
One of the helpers brings a locomotive to a further pile in the front, as per Lempel Ziv. Suddenly Santa shouts,
Ho, ho, ho! Now look at this.
while the machine swallows all presents with a loud hiss. The machine starts rumbling and is working very loud, but Santa is murmuring and begins to frown.
What's with the settings? Comp mode very slow. Order tries 100,000, but I soon need to go. Then what's with the hash tries? There are way too many. How will the kids from England receive tonight any?
Santa sighs.
Every year the same mistake. Opening presents in the morning is already normal in the US and UK. So let me take the first batch and deliver it through. And you, little cow, shall we take you home?
Home.
Sighs Cowee, and thinks of her friends and all her adventures in Christmas Land.
I miss being with them. I haven't seen them in long.
She looks back at this year that she spent mostly alone. She looks at the lights, at the singers and the warmth, and thinks of her home above the little barn. Santa giggles ever softly and shoulders his sack and leads our little Cowee to his large golden sled. The reindeer are puffing. Cowee can't believe her luck and jumps next to Santa onto the large sack.
Hold tight, little Cowee.
Her heart is wildly hopping, and before she would know it, the reindeer are galloping. She tries to spot the cities flying by beneath her, but if Oslo, if Saarbrücken, they all are a big blur. Now she can see snow and a long alpine band.
Over there is my home. This is Switzerland.
The reindeer land softly, and she hops off the piles. They hug each other warmly before saying their goodbyes.
Take care, my dear Cowee, and never forget, you will always have friends in Christmas land.
Cowee waves at the sleigh and hops inside the barn, where her dad's old computer beeps inside the warmth. She sits down and is playing an old video game and thinks of the wonders this night did bring. And in the silence, all suddenly, a jingle is chiming and startling Cowee. She looks all around her and spots under the tree a new box appeared with a letter.
For Cowee.
Her eyes widen excited. She opens the letter, and she wonders delighted what has been gifted to her.
My dear Cowee, thank you for lending a hand and making so many happy in Christmas land. A friendship emerged from sugar and ginger. Music is filling the air in our village this winter. In our administration office, the computer still beeps Christmas songs while it cherishes its GLSL Christmas tree. Cowee, we cannot thank you enough for your gifts, so we thought long and hard about your friends that you miss. Nothing is more important than love and close friends, so we hope you find joy in this little present. Stay the way that you are and keep spreading love. Sincerely yours, Santa Claus of TRSI, bringer of waffle schnapps.
She opens the box, and beyond her wildest imagination,
I know this cow. This is me. In real time. With tessellation.